Unten.
And hug.
Okay.
Hello guys.
How are you doing?
Thank you.
I didn't see anyone late.
Friday thing at 4 p.m. Okay. I was pretty much the only English speaker. Like, it was really? Yeah, it was mostly just downtown. Buying a house was right, and then we disregarded that idea. And we thought, oh, let's buy it. After the first verse. Okay. You should. I think after the first. I mean, but it's
how long is it? I mean, I don't even know.
It's about 3 minutes. After the first verse, by the time she starts coming out, she'll be here kind of by 2/4, 3/4 away.
Okay, yeah, that's good.
And then you and her can.
I was actually telling her, you have a capsule, time capsule of your own to go into that time capsule. She's got a little thing, it's like it's not going to go in.
Yeah, like one of the bigger ones. Yeah. Cool. I mean, the wine itself is.
But the location.
So is that Strasbourg over there?
Yes, so that's the cathedral.
Strasbourg.
That's the Strasbourg.
Oh, the one over there? Yeah, yeah. Notre Dame.
Baby, don't pretend you don't know it's true, 'cause you can see it when I look at you. And in this craze, every word, you're everything. Ladies and gentlemen, can I get you to please be upstanding for the bride? You make me sing, you're every line, you're every word, you're everything. And please feel free to dance as well. I mean, don't just stand there, jump in. So la 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 la. So la 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 la. And into this crazy life, and through this crazy times, it's you, you make me sing, you're every line, you're every word, you're everything, you're every song, and I sing along. 'Cause you're my everything. Yeah, yeah.
Good afternoon. This was a very special year for a lot of us, for our classmates, a real transformative experience. And therefore, I'm particularly happy to see so many of our classmates here today. Welcome. Ich selbst habe Sumana und Daniel in Singapur kennengelernt, während unserem MBA bei INSEAD. Es war ein sehr spezielles Jahr, ein sehr transformatives Jahr und deshalb freut es mich ganz besonders, dass heute so viele unserer Klassenkameraden es nach Dorbach geschafft haben. We're here to celebrate love. The love that has brought together Sumana and Daniel, actually during a wedding of one of our classmates in India, in Mumbai. And if you knew how terrific Daniel and I looked in our turbans, you'd be surprised. And their love actually then continued in Australia, where they still live today. Although, as a consultant, Daniel is consolidating his advantage over me in terms of countries visited, airline miles and hotel points. Wir sind hier, um eine Liebe zu feiern. Die Liebe von Sumana und Daniel, die sich an einer Hochzeit in Indien zusammengekommen sind. Daniel und ich in Turban, immerhin. Die Liebe, die dann in Australien weiterging, wo die beiden weiterhin leben. Aber was ist eigentlich Liebe? What is love, actually? As you know, it's a rather broad concept. If I were to ask you, I'd get tons of answers. Feelings, attraction, attachment, intimacy, commitment, passion, or in the end, very egoistically, personal fulfillment. Wie ihr das sicher wisst, ist Liebe ein breites Konzept. Wenn ich euch alle fragen würde ich von Gefühlen, Anziehung, Vertrautheit, Verpflichtung und Leidenschaft hören. Oder gar ganz einfach von persönlicher Erfüllung. Aber was ist es wirklich? What is it exactly? Well, it's obviously everything I said, in a way. I wanted to get some additional wisdom, and given my classics background, I went back to the Greeks and the Romans to get some additional wisdom. One of my favorite authors is Virgil, the author of the Aeneas, an epic poem, but he also wrote other stuff. He wrote a lot about love. Irgendwie ist alles, was ich gerade gesagt habe, Liebe. Aber ich wollte mir zusätzliche Meinungen einholen. Und da ich Altsprachen studiert habe, bin ich zurück zu den Griechen und zu den Römern. Und Vergil, einer meiner Lieblingsautoren, hat nicht nur die Aeneas geschrieben, er hat auch andere Sachen als Epen geschrieben und er hat viel über Liebe geschrieben. Virgil says, Omnia vincit amor et nos quedamus amori. Love conquers all. Let us all yield to love. Liebe besiegt alles. Lasst uns alle nachgeben der Liebe. What does this say? In my view, in just a few words, Virgil has summarized it all. He says what life is all about. In French, my other mother tongue, we say that love can move mountains. We're capable of the most incredible accomplishments in the name of love. Some people, for example, are able to move their life upside down and move to Australia because they love someone. Other people come from New Zealand to southern Germany to get married. Isn't that beautiful? Love is what fulfills our life the most. But this beautiful quote also illustrates something else. Virgil says, let us all yield to love. So in the end, it's about surrendering, almost. This means that love implies vulnerability. Vulnerability as you put your heart and soul in the hands of someone else, whom you assume you can trust, and who will enable the magic. Or, since you're engineers and chemists, you'll understand 1 + 1 is greater than 2. And when we say vulnerability, we inevitably talk about risk, about loss of full control. Seneca, another famous Roman author and philosopher, said, Amicitia semper prodest, amor et nocet. Friendship always benefits. Love sometimes injures. Friendships are easy. Love is more difficult, but so much more rewarding. Sharing your life, your experiences, your thoughts, hopes, dreams, desires with someone else implies compromises. You will from now on optimize not for yourself, but for the couple. And yes, inevitably there will be moments where you'll disagree, where you'll be sad about a decision that the other person has taken, or you'll just not understand what that person said. And of course, this is sometimes tough, but it's part of the game and should not stop the ride. In the end, it's a journey.
Daniel, I love you and everything that you are. You're smart, funny, well, as funny as a German can be, and motivated. You have an incredible adventurous spirit, and a zest for life. That is contagious. You know, to me, there are two very important elements to a relationship. And yes, I stole this from a Disney film, but it still rings true. And that is to always have courage and to be kind. And you are incredibly kind. Of course, when it comes to incompetent taxi drivers in Australia, you're not so patient, but your heart is big. And you have shown courage in many ways. But I think what's been most amazing for me and what's been most incredible is that you have given me courage to be myself, to try new things, to travel around the world, and to grab opportunities as they come. Whether that be to walk in the sunshine on a sunny day rather than watch Netflix, or whether that be looking for a new job opportunity. You make me a better person. We have shared incredible moments and have an incredible life together, and for that I am grateful and thank you. I also thank you for being there for me always and for being my strength. So today, Daniel, I promise to be your best friend, to be loyal, to trust you, and to respect you, and to always, always hold your hand. I will promise to try to put the dishes in the dishwasher immediately, but I can promise you I will also fail at this. And of course, I promise to always have courage to together fight the battles that life may, whatever might come our way, and to always be kind. Even if I'm angry and things are going scheiße, as they say in German. But I will promise to be kind. And of course, I promise to love you always unconditionally for the rest of our lives.
I need to sneak. You make me happy every single day. You're very smart, thoughtful, and you're kind. You cheer me up if I get stressed. It happens once in a while. You bring me peppermint tea, even though you don't like it. You will pay attention to the details that I usually miss when planning our holiday trips, when moving homes, or when figuring out which country you should be in at the moment. You cope with my ridiculousness, even if it's not appropriate. And I am very much looking forward to living the rest of our lives together and to move wherever we will end up. Today, Australia. Oh, no, it's Australia. Decided. So today and for all days to come, I promise that I will laugh with you. I will make you smile, even when you're grumpy in the mornings or other times. I will keep you warm whenever you're cold, even in the European winters. I will comfort you in times of sorrow and struggle. I promise to invest in our relationship when times are good, when times are not so good. And I promise to support your dreams and to respect you and your choices. And I will make sure that the differences in opinion we sometimes have will not come our way. I love you, and I want to be by your side for the rest of our lives.
Thank you, Sumana and Daniel, for these truly moving words. But I'm actually glad I finally have the word back. Because now comes the big moment. The moment we have all waited for. The moment I looked forward to when you called me the first time to talk about my role today. It's about the question. So, ladies first, and we'll get the rings afterwards. Ladies first, do you, Sumana, want to take Daniel to be your husband and promise to be good to him in good and in bad times? Will you love him and honor him for the rest of your life?
Oh, I do.
Jetzt, wo du das weißt, Daniel, willst du Sumana zu deiner Frau nehmen und versprechen, gut zu ihr zu sein, in guten und in schlechten Zeiten? Wirst du für den Rest deines Lebens sie lieben und ehren?
Ja, ich will.
May I have the rings, please? Your wedding ring is a symbol of your promise to one another. The ring is an unbroken, never-ending circle, and thus represents fully committed and unending love. Sumana, as you place this ring on Daniel's finger, repeat these words after me. This ring symbolizes my love for you.
This ring symbolizes my love for you.
And the promises we made today to each other.
And the promises
We made?
we made today to each other. Not so smart.
So, auf Deutsch. Daniel, wenn du diesen Ring an Sumanas Finger anziehst, bitte wiederhole diese Worte. Dieser Ring symbolisiert meine Liebe zu dir.
Dieser Ring symbolisiert meine Liebe zu dir.
Und die Versprechen, die wir uns heute gegenseitig gemacht haben.
Und die Versprechen, die wir uns heute gegenseitig gemacht haben.
Our beautiful bride and our lovely groom for this important step, and then finally start celebrating. I'm almost done. I'll use one last quote though, from my favorite Roman poet, and this is Horatius. Horatius said something very simple. You all know it. It's extraordinarily simple, but it's so beautiful and so true. And it is Carpe diem. Seize the day, my friends. Enjoy the journey. Make your lives together extraordinary. In this sense, enjoy it. Daniel, you may kiss the bride.
Gut gemacht, ja.
You can take big speech.
Many other weddings. You can just go around telling them.
Thank you.
Sehr gerne. Jakob, auch alles Gute sagen.
Jakob hat jetzt eine Sektdusche bekommen.
Ja, voll.
Sagst du alles Gute? Hallo, ja, jetzt müssen wir ja das Make-up erstmal.
Ja, ich wollte jetzt gerade gratulieren und jetzt ist sie weg, aber wer ist schon noch lange genug da?
Sehr schön.
Das war sehr schön. Ja, die macht ja gerade hier aus dem Make-up mit. Ja,
Now to see I wasn't curious what it
Ich mach das alles Gute.
Ready to hug too?
Yes, yes, thank you so much. Thank you. And wait, let me guess. No. I don't. Yeah.
That is great. Yes. That is great.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
You pretty sharp.
I mean, for certain occasions we have.
Look at it, beautiful, right? Like perfect weather.
Imagine you got
But
yesterday.
oh my god! So like 3 weeks ago, we kept checking the long-term forecast.
I would say you've begun your journey of getting sober.
Trying to figure out how to get the best shot in here, but it's fun. I don't know who this is.
Can we get a photo? Okay.
Martin!
Thanks, man. Great singing. You should like print this consulting hall and sing about it.
Only do my dance.
Absolutely. Not sure if it's gonna fly and make much money.
Yes, thank you. Daniel?
Gut, ja. Schnappt euch hier was zu trinken.
Oh, it's not a photo, it's a video. Oh shit.
Alles klar.
Do you realize you'll have first?
Genau, der ist ja auch noch hier ausprobiert.
Oh my god, the time capsule was really full. I was amazed. I was like, oh, I want to read these now. It's like, because I learned it this morning. So how did you learn it on the train?
But I was like, okay, like I know.
Was she really practicing? Were you there on the train? No.
No, that's why I was practicing. I was like, nothing to do, let me practice this now. Bro, what's your name?
Oh yeah, so you're good. You're good. It's fine, whatever happens. And then after that, we just party. So it'll be after main course. So you don't have to worry about it. Only until main course.
How are things like 2 weeks from now?
And your mother? She was like, oh, I know. Ich muss da ja Prüfung machen und 2 Jahre quasi Vorbereitung 10.000 €.
Da bin ich hier geblieben.
Well, there's a mustache?
Oh, mustache.
Who wants a crown?
I want a mustache.
You want a mustache?
Can I put on his pride?
Yeah, you can say that one.
Yeah, I know. Give me a mustache.
The best is so like you, man. I know. You're not really tuned good.
I know.
I know. You know when I message you, definitely not the right glasses for you to do this.
I'll just.
Yeah.
It's perfect. Don't stress.
Here we go. Wait, I'm not here. Hold this one.
Okay.
Because you're team bride.
There's team
Oh, really? 1, 2, 3.
Everyone look at Jackie.
Oh, he's videotaping a photo.
That's all.
We're also missing the hut. My Come here.
I just think we should have to
But we have to wait for my husband. How do you know that?
I still live there.
I did. We did. I do remember that.
Oh my God. You're like, this is like the 100th photo of the same guy in a boat.
Oh yeah, you took so many photos of the guy fishing in Vietnam. I was like, oh yeah, that's nice. That's nice.
It was almost a slow motion video.
100 in. 100 in. I was like, oh yeah, that's cool. Hello everyone. Oh, that's fine. It's okay. Hello everyone. Yeah. Okay. So we thought we'd do a round of introductions, so everyone kind of knows each other a little bit. Which direction do you want to start? Maybe with table number 1.
Yeah, I think that's your job.
Oh, okay. Okay. And you translate.
Yes, sure.
Okay. We may not have practiced this, but we'll see what happens. They're all consultants. Yes. Oh, you used to be. Okay, hold on. Consultants or former consultants. Also, some of them are from INSEAD, and we had a really, really great time in Singapore and France. So we have. There's a few secrets here as well. A few parties. So translation.
Übersetzung, das ist hier der Beratertisch mit den früheren Mitbewohnerinnen von Savannah. Das heißt, wenn ihr da genaueres erfahren wollt, wie das so in der WG abläuft, ja, Jackie und Martha sind die Ansprechpartner. Very old ties from the 2000s with Sarah and then Carla and their kids.
I think we're done.
In Deutsch.
Oh, sorry.
Ja. Ja, die Radlerkollegen, die Jugendgruppenleiter, Connections, Sarah und Carla irgendwie angebaut. Ja, wenn ihr irgendwie was aus der früheren Schulzeit wissen wollt, müsst ihr wahrscheinlich hier kommen.
Day and night on these crackers, and she was doing a really good job because it looks so great, by the way. And now you can see these little crackers. And now I want to explain how to open these crackers, because inside there you will find a surprise, probably something sweet, I guess, maybe something salty, maybe surprise. But I have to show with another person, so Michael, please come here.
Oh, Michael.
So, first of all at first I will explain in German. Vor eurem Tisch findet ihr euren Namen. Das ist schon mal gut, dass ihr nicht vergisst, wie ihr heißt. Und als nächstes, in diesem sogenannten Cracker, findet ihr eine kleine Überraschung. Wahrscheinlich etwas Süßes. Vielleicht auch etwas Salziges, man weiß es noch nicht so genau. Okay, I have to translate, I'm not so good English speaker, but you have no idea how much work is behind these crackers. It's not bad.
Semana kam zu uns am 1. Mai.
Semana came, 1st of May.
Und Daniel sagte, ich muss nach Genf zum Arbeiten. Semana bereitet hier die Hochzeit vor.
And Daniel said, I will be working in Genf, but Semana will prepare everything for the wedding.
Und zu den Crackern. Semana arbeitet sehr strukturiert und sehr korrekt und es muss 100%ig sein.
Vielleicht liegt eine zwanghafte Persönlichkeitsakzentuierung vor.
Wir können hier eine Selbsthilfegruppe gründen.
Belong to the region.
Yeah, Black Forest? Define school.
What did I say?
Define school.
They went to school.
Yes.
Das Rennen des Bahnradvierers zu schauen. Dabei gewann der deutsche Bahnradvierer Gold. Da war es nicht verwunderlich, dass Daniel später das Radfahren anfing und auch ein paar Rennen fuhr. Leider reichte es da nicht zur Goldmedaille. Aber sonst hatte Daniel in vielem Erfolg. Sei es im Studium, Beruf und nicht zuletzt hat er seinen Goldschatz gefunden, Semana. Da läuft es wie geschmiert. Du fliegst nur so dahin. Es gibt aber auch Gegenwind. Da müsst ihr beide kämpfen, um das Rad bzw. die Ehe weiterhin flott voranzubringen. Auch wenn es den Berg hochgeht, das heißt, wenn sich ein Berg von Problemen vor einem auftürmt, wird es anstrengend. Da musst du alle Kraft in die Pedale legen, um den Berg zu bezwingen.
Yeah, in front of it, his guests, who come from everywhere, all over the world. But my father has to say, he grew up in Ulm, which is a very nice village, you know, Semana. So he had the opportunity to move a lot and independently in the liberty.
For those who know Semana, you know how intelligent and hardworking she is. She is probably one of the smartest people I know. I am not just saying this because she is my sister, but because this is backed up by all she has accomplished academically and in her working life. Semana was recognized for academic excellence at high school when she received the DAX Award. This award is given to one student in the final year of high school with the highest academic achievement. She also received a fully funded scholarship to attend the University of Auckland.
There's fear that there is a chance that after tonight this couple will end up being really, really boring. It happens. This time I don't have that at all. Semana and Dan are probably the funnest people I know and the most social people as a couple as well. So I'm really, really happy that I'm not worried at all. And I'll give you a few little anecdotes on this theme. So first off with Dan. Dan is ever so slightly quieter than Semana at most times. But he's a lot of fun. So in Melbourne, we've been doing these weekends away every now and then. And as you know, Dan is always somewhere, and Dan is always flying in. That's the only state of being. But regardless of when we're planning something, we're going somewhere, and he always makes it. We will be planning, who goes with which car from which part of the city to which point, and Dan will be like, yeah, I'm in South Africa, I'll go by myself. But he always shows up. So Dan, you keep doing that, and you'll be all fine. I know that you guys will be the funnest people for years to come, So I just wish you all the best of luck, and I'll see you around the world anytime. In 2011, we went to some training programs together, and Daniel always turned out to be a crazy guy. I guess for all the people here in the room, you found that in the first 2-3 weeks you met him. Same for me, and at some point we had this idea of buying a shitty car and driving it to Mongolia and then giving it away, right? So, so it's, yeah, I know it's not a great idea, but we wanted to see all those Eastern European countries, wanted to go through the Kazakhstan desert, wanted to go to Siberia, break our car along the way multiple times, and then hardly making it into Mongolia's beautiful capital where people are beating each other up on the street. I've never seen that before. It's quite interesting culture. Then give our car as a present to them.
To Daniel's family, who has welcomed me over the past 5 weeks and put up with me with all these crazy decorations and crazy wedding planning, and so thank you so much for being so welcoming, and we just want to say a little thank you before we do dessert and all the rest of it. We might not have time later while we're partying it up, so thanks to all from, thanks to all of you from us. Thank you so much.
Ganz großes Dankeschön für Sumanas Familie, die wirklich von der anderen Seite der Welt angereist ist, und an unsere Familie, die Sumana mit die letzten 5 Wochen mit Brezel und Laugenbrötchen versorgt hat. Ich glaube, sie hat trotz der Sprachbarrieren eine sehr, sehr gute Zeit hier gehabt. Und wir sind einfach sehr, sehr froh, dass ihr es alle heute Abend geschafft habt. Und bevor es jetzt dann zum Kuchenbuffet geht und danach in die etwas energetischere Tanzeinlagen, ein ganz, ganz großes Dankeschön an euch alle.
I'ma pick you up in a Cadillac like a gentleman. Keep it real to real in the way I feel. I could walk down the aisle. Wanna do you like Michael? I wanna.
No, her makeup's gonna get ruined. The cake buffet, which you can see our family has gone overboard on. All from the region, all from some amazing women who baked for us. So please take a piece and then enjoy the rest of the night on the dance floor.